About your rivalry with Demolition.
Well, Demolition was a heck of a goddamn tag team. They held the tag team belts for the longest there ever was in WWF back at that time. So it was an honor to take them on all the time. Had great matches and loved it, man. It was great.
Oh, fantastic. And one man joining in there. If you could run around, that would be fantastic. And it wasn't just because a lot of folk know about your WWF run, but it wasn't where you began, because you started out in the NWA. There was a team with another team you might have heard of called the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom. Any memories of those encounters?
They're brutal. Those guys are tough, man. They're big, strong. Probably the goats of wrestling, man. Probably the greatest of all time, in my mind, and that stuff. You know, we're just behind them in Demolition, you know, but Road Warriors are a great tag team, and it was an honor to take them on. In fact, just to let all you people know, it was Animal that found me in Minnesota, started my career for me. So it was an honor, and it was an honor to get in the ring with them and take them on all the time. Him and Hawk, they were great.
Oh, fantastic. So, Damien, we have a roving mic and a gentleman here. We got any questions for the Powers of Pain around here? We have one. Come on, up. Well, we're starting over there. We'll get to you, sir. He's sentient. Go ahead, my friend.
What was it like working with the British Bulldog?
Well, you've both worked with the British Bulldog. You very famously. What was it like for both of you to work with the British Bulldog?
British Bulldog was, I think, one of the best wrestlers, especially singles wrestlers I ever wrestled.
Davey Boy.
Yeah, Davey Boy it was an honor wrestling with Davey Boy. I know he came out of the UK here and that stuff. And just to get in a ring with him and work with him and that, he was very impressive, great wrestler, and I love him and I miss him very much.
Yeah, Davey Boy Smith, gentlemen, everyone. To gently hijack this a moment as well, the reason I'm a wrestling fan is because of you. In a roundabout way, it all makes sense. Because when I was younger, a friend of mine had Sky TV and he would record wrestling and show us. And the first match I remember seeing was you versus Davey Boy Smith. And it was a particular match. It was the one where he power slammed Slick afterwards. Dark days. May have stomped on his hat, which is brutal. But it was when he gave you this mountain of a man, the delayed vertical suplex, that teenage me looked at that. I just went, sorry, they're kids here. Holy, this is amazing. It blew my mind. And that's it. Some footage missing. Here I am now. So personally, thank you for taking a vertical suplex really well, because if that had sucked, it could have been very different. But you also worked, both of you worked with some amazing managers back in the golden era of managers. Slick, Mr. Fuji, Bobby Heenan. Do you have any memories of working with those guys?
Yes. First of all, thank you for having us, and thank you for being support for all those years. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, you know, every manager, they have different style. Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart running around the ring. Fuji is very, very aggressive. So we learn a lot from him, you know, he does as well. So we enjoy, you know, like you say, Bobby Heenan. As a solo, you know, myself, I really enjoy. I don't see Bobby much, only see him in the arena. You follow me, Chris? I only see him in the arena, from the arena to the ring. And coming back from the ring, never see him.
Oh.
You know, never see him until the next match. So, you know, he's a private man and keep it to himself. And I'm kind of like that too, you know. So, yeah. But Fuji, we love him. Bless his heart. Jimmy Hart is different, you know. They're different. Yeah, I really enjoy all of them.
Absolutely. And again, just to be self-indulgent, because kind of about me at this point, one of my favorite opening matches at a WrestleMania was WrestleMania 7, which was yourself and Haku, I believe, against the Rockers, which was a phenomenal tag team match, big guys against the Rockers. You obviously, you're kin with Haku as well. Please tell him to be nice to me. He's terrifying, as are you in many ways. what was it like getting a chance to tag team with Haku, and what was it like to open an event like WrestleMania?
Yes. Yes, was opportunity to tag with Haku. You know, we come from a small island. We come, from the same island, Tonga. We are from Tonga. And it was an honor, to be his tag team, Even he was a little more experienced than me. And it was great. And work with a great team like the Rockers. And those boys were great. They were young, very athletic, good looking. But it was great. It's a great match. And just to be in WrestleMania, it was a blessing. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, I'm fanboying out here. Do you have a question for the Powers O Pain? Damien, where are you at? Here we go.
I just wondered if you got any memories of working with Arn and Tully, the Brainbusters?
Any memories of Arn and Tully, the Brainbusters?
Say it again. What did you say?
Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard.
You work with Arn and Tully?
I don't remember. No.
That massive Survivor Series match where there were 20 people.
I don't remember.
No, that's fine. Because I think you guys you were often villains at the same time as the Brainbusters
same
were.
time, but we never had a chance.
No.
We never had a chance to wrestle. Right?
Oh, they'd know. They'd know. If you got your hands on the Brainbusters, they'd be busted.
We were
obviously.
looking forward to challenge the Brainbuster.
Yeah.
Oh, they were one of the best. And but we never had the chance.
Oh, without a doubt. Have we got another question, Damien? Up right here.
Yeah, we never did.
Hiya. What do you make of the comparisons between yourself and the Legion of Doom or the Road Warriors? And do you think that you made yourself stand out differently to the Road Warriors?
Yeah. Well, like I say, Animal was the one that found me in Minnesota and started me in the business of wrestling. And we were a lot like the Road Warriors, except we were bigger than the Road Warriors. They were big, we were bigger. But as I said, they were the goats of wrestling. They were the greatest of all time, I believe. And, it was just an honor to be in the ring with them, to work with the guy that found me in the business, and to get out there and actually have incredible matches, very, very hard matches, but very enjoyable matches. Always be an honor and always be in my heart all the time.
And also, they are not here with us longer, but bless their heart. Those boys, we were nothing. We were nobody. The whole world never don't know who we are until Road Warrior found us. So we give we'll give our shirt, off our bag to those guys. And we love those guys. They gave us opportunity, for us to make a name for ourselves. Thank you.
And I also believe that the Road Warriors were also the ones that changed tag team wrestling around. Until they came along, there was nothing like it. No one ever seen anything like the Road Warriors in their lives. So they were incredible what they did, and changing the sport of tag team wrestling, they were number one at it.
It's here for the Road Warriors, my friends. There we go. Question there?
Hi, my name's Danny. The question would be, was there any team from the 80s or 90s you didn't face who you would have liked to?
Any tag team you didn't face that you'd like to?
Brainbuster.
Yeah, we met.
Brainbuster, yeah.
Another tag team would have been fun, would have been Earthquake and Typhoon. As big as they were, that would have been a lot of fun trying to go out there and trying to move those monsters around the ring. Just trying to slam them, do everything and that stuff. It would have been a lot of fun working with those guys at the time also. They would have been fun tag team to work with.
Magnificent. Any other questions going up? This young man here with a rated R spinner.
What was your favourite match and why?
What was your favourite match and why?
When it comes to singles for me, I got to work with two incredible people. Number one being British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. That's number one. Next one, working with Bret Hitman Hart. Bret Hitman Hart, guys, is one of the best wrestlers you can ever work with in the ring. And if you can't have a match with Bret, you shouldn't be in the business, number one. And when it comes to tags, Road Warriors, of course, right at the very top, Demolition, and right behind them is the Rockers. The Rockers are an incredible tag team, guys. what they could do in the ring, they had to put parachutes when we got in the ring with them and that stuff. We put them up so high in the air, they had to have a parachute to come down, but they were a lot of fun to work with, guys.
Thank you, sure.
Matches. Single.
Okay, single. I have to go with Bret Hart. Tito Santana, maybe? Tito
yeah.
Santana. I love Tito.
You WrestleMania 6, I think you and Tito. I think, yeah, you two were together at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And Attack, Road Warrior, of course, Demolition, and the Rockers. And our 3 matches, Brainbuster.
So, yeah, if you can all at Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, tell them the offer's there, We'll see how that goes. I'm going to throw in a quick one as well, because you guys in that era were the first people really to work those massive stadiums when they were full. What's it like to go from a normal arena to working somewhere like the Sky Dome? What's great and what isn't so great?
Well, guys, you're a little nervous when you see a crowd of about 78,000 people out there looking around, and the only thing they're watching is you and the other individual in the ring and that stuff. So you got to kind of use the bathroom a few extra times before you go out there. But it's a lot of fun, guys, because just you and them, and if you do a pay-per-view, all those millions of people home, you're putting a show, you're doing entertainment for all those people, and you're giving your best every second you're in that ring. You want to give them everything you possibly have to give them a great show so they can talk about it and love it. And that's exactly what you want, guys. It's so much fun in front of all those people, guys. A lot of fun.
Thank you.
Damien, we got a question? Yeah. Oh, we're going to have to crane it.
Yes, I'm William. I got a question for you. Who are the wrestlers you're friends with, and who are the wrestlers you really don't like?
Oh. You're here to cause trouble, aren't you, sir? You have the moustache of a villain. I respect that.
That's a tough one.
I mean, you're welcome to answer as much or as little as you want. Obviously, we've got your beef with the Brainbusters. That's out there. We'll start with, who are your friends? Who are the people that you consider friends in the wrestling business?
Past or present?
Past or present? However you want to go, sir.
In the past, definitely would have been Animal, the Road Warriors, and Hawk. I was very close to both of them in the Road Warriors. And also, I was very close to Davey Boy. Even though we challenged each other, it was a challenge for us to see who the better one was all the time. So it was a lot of fun in that, guys. As far as the ones you really didn't like, pretty much Barb and me did our own thing. So we pretty much got along with everybody. And if there was anybody, I went to stooge on them anyway. So, but I liked everybody in the business because we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to do the entertainment wrestling. And so you want to get along with everybody and makes it so much easier, guys.
Fantastic. Is that?
Yeah, I love everybody. Everybody love us. We respect everybody. And we used to hate the Demolition. Demolition, we hate them. And, they hate us. And not anymore. We become good friends now. So we love them. Thank you.
Yeah, we love them now. But back then, when they're grabbing that cane from Fuji and breaking canes over their back every single night, not too much fun, guys. You got some bruises on your back every single night. So we hated them back then, but now they're our brothers, man. We love them to death now.
We love them to death.
Also, I mean, you steal someone's manager. That's worse than stealing their girl, isn't it? That took Mr. Fuji away from you.
Well, Fuji just loved us a little bit more at the time, that's all.
Oh, I feel like we should get you and Demolition of a Who Knows Fuji Best quiz, we'll see.
I like to tell a little story quick about Fuji. A road story. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
First time we came up north, WWF, back in the days. The warlord is here. We came in the hotel. We were nervous. We were scared. We didn't know no one. We came out from the south, NWA. So we come down from to go to the arena. Guess who was in the lobby? Fuji. So Fuji, and back in the days we were huge. And Tail is trying to get the address from the front desk. And Fuji, you looking for address? Yes, sir. I'm Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji. Call me master. I'm Master Fuji. Yes, master. Yes, master. Oh, you looking for address? Okay, I take you now. Take where? To the arena. Can I ride with you guys? Yeah, sure. Terry's here. So Terry's always try Fuji, and I am in the back. So Terry driving, and so we didn't know it. Fuji was the master of the ribbon. So keep driving, and I'm in the back watching here. All I knew, we jumped the highway, and then we jumped to the city, back to the highway. Long story short, we didn't get to the arena almost an hour. So during the match, one of the boys asked us, where you stay? So Terry told him the hotel we stay. 5-6 minutes down the road. Terry said, no, can't be. Can't be. It took us an hour to get here. No, 5, 6. No, so the guy said, follow me. So Fuji went back to the demolition, to the hotel. So here we are following, I don't know, Ricky Martel or somebody. We follow, sure enough, 6 minutes instead of 1 hour. So that's how Fuji welcomed us to the territory. Okay, Powers of Pain, welcome to WWF.
What a first day in the office. Let's hear it for that one. That's magnificent. Fuji Nav. And that was pre-sat nav as well. Good question. Any questions? We have a gentleman here. Go right ahead, my friend.
If you had to pick a tag team to wrestle from any other promotion like today, say if you guys are wrestling today, if you had to pick a tag team from not WWE, from AEW, Japan, or Impact, or the NWA, who would it be?
I think maybe the tag team in WWE, the Sons of Rikishi. I'm not sure who they are, but they are incredible workers, guys. Big guys, incredible, strong. That'd be a lot. That in our heyday and them right now, that would have been a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And one of the best tag team nowadays, the new generation is right here. FTR.
Yeah.
Oh.
FTR is one of the best. And they are here. Yeah.
Dax and Cash, who in many ways model themselves after the Brainbusters. They're very much inspired by them. Maybe you could call them out instead. We'll see.
It remind them the Brainbuster.
Yeah.
FTR remind us of Brainbuster.
Absolutely. Yeah. Tag team wrestling.
Work as the team. Right.
And I'm just going to jump in there as well. Because obviously singles wrestling and tag team wrestling, very, very, very different, more so than even the obvious differences.
Yeah.
What do you love about being in a tag team? What was tag team wrestling for you guys? What made that special?
Tag teams were fun because you got to see, each guy that's in the ring, they could have a little bit different style. Barb was really quick, very agile. Of course, he was strong. I was, very strong. Not quite as agile as him was. I mean, he could kick above his goddamn head. I sure couldn't. But, but the styles matched. We went along really well, and it worked really well together. And, a good tag team goes in and out of the ring a lot, works together, and, is on the same page all the time. You always know what each other's going to do all the time. And I always love tag team wrestling, especially with Barb, man. He's a sweetheart. He may not look it, but he's a sweetheart. But he's also one of the toughest individuals right behind Haku that I've ever known in my life. And the guy's a great athlete and very agile, man. Very agile athlete.
Okay. Let me. I want to add up a little bit. Tag team to me is a teamwork. It's work as a team, instead of individual. So that's what called tag team. You mean work as a team, I remember first time Warlord came to the territory, NWA. I mean, he was the biggest in the locker room. And Road Warrior Animal told me, Bob, I have a friend coming in. He's bigger than you. He's bigger than us. I said to myself, who bigger than me. And until Terry walked in, I said, oh, sure enough, he was the biggest in the locker room. Okay, long story short, when Dusty Road, Booker, put us together as a Powers of Pain, brother, it was brutal. Because when we started the tag team, so the other team, the opponent, tag team, I had to tag him. Oh, they were hold on to their dear life. I said, please don't tag him, don't tag him. I said, brother, I had to tag him sometime. Toto, he's killing us. Terry was so brutal, he was so stiff and so strong. So we have to go to the arena early. You follow me, Chris? Yeah. We have to go to the arena early and practice. And guess who was the punching bag? Me! Oh, man, I mean, bleeding, nose, blah, blah. Me, I was a punching bag. Oh, no, before the live show come 8 o'clock, oh, he was beating me. Oh, man, but there's a story about how the Powers of Pain created. Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love the fact you come in, you practice, they beat you up, and they go, well done, now we'll have a match. Fair enough. Have we got any other questions? Come on, fire them up. We've not been to you yet, sir, have we? We haven't. We have?
Hey, gents. When you were split up as a tag team, were you sad or annoyed that was happening, or were you looking forward to your singles matches?
I believe I was annoyed because I love being with Barb. We were a great tag team together. We could work with anybody in the ring and that stuff. But, as time came along, you start getting used to the singles. You get your style down, how you do things. Because it takes a little while going from tag over to singles to get your own little style down and that stuff. And, I was lucky enough to work with incredible people, Davey Boy Smith. I got to work with, Bret Hitman Hart, Tito Santana. I got to work some matches with Hogan. I mean, it was a lot of fun, but I miss tagging with Barb. It's an honor always being with Barb, and always be an honor my entire life being with Barb.
Yeah, true. I guess they wanted to look a different look, as single and me single, and I missed the team, and so he went solo, I went solo, but Powers of Pain are forever, and you cannot break that, eh?
That's right.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Just sort of selfishly, if you don't mind, Bob, if I may call you that, I feel we've bonded. One of my, again, this is back to the video days, because it came out very slowly. And one of my favourite matches that I watched over and over was against another big, agile man at the 1991 Rumble. It was you against the Big Boss Man. Oh, yeah. And that was a huge storyline with the Heenan family and the Big Boss Man. What was it like to work with that man? Because to me, I don't know if there's anyone else, he meant the world to me as a fan. He's one of the guys I went, this guy's incredible. Very, very what was that like, sir? For both of you, in fact.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking forward to work with a Big Boss Man. He was big, he was athletic, and he took everything serious. So he looked real. Everything he throw, everything. He believed the gimmick. And it works out. It works out great. Me and Heenan against him, and we worked a little program around the road, and it was fun. Yeah, we lost him too. Bless his heart. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I knew Big Boss Man very personal because we were in Kansas City together when we first started wrestling, and we actually roomed together in Kansas City for like about 6 months, and then he went back to the NWA. I stayed in Kansas City for a little while longer, and then eventually I went back to the NWA, and then he went to WWF, and then Barb and me went to WWF shortly after that. So I kind of followed Big Boss Man all the time. But like I say, I got to know him personal, and he was an incredible wrestler, like Barb, super, super agile, and he could do anything in the ring. For the way he was, it was amazing. He was an amazing person.
He's about the only big man I know who could match big boots with you as well. He threw a hell of a big boot. Yeah. Damien, do we have a question, sir? Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, I've got one here, but I'm going to ask it for him. So when you were tagging, you often had managers speak for you. Do you wish you had more microphone time yourself?
You often had a manager. In fact, more often as heels, you had managers. Do you ever wish you had more chance to talk for yourselves?
Yeah. I wish, because we weren't great talkers at that time. I've learned a lot of talking since then because of what I do for a living and that stuff. So I learned to talk very well now, how to do my character very well, how to do my interviews very, very well now and that stuff, you know. My partner here, he's gotten a lot better. I remember the first time we were in WWF and Vince had us to go do an interview. So Fuji's in the middle. Fuji talks. It goes to me. I do my little spiel really quick. It goes to Barb, and he just goes. And Fuji and me are looking at Barb, and Vince is looking at Barb, and Barb's going, me no English. So that kind of made that we weren't really going to talk too much. We had Fuji, so. But that's how it started. Yes, I really do. We wish we could have talked a lot more because we both could talk a lot now and that stuff, you know. But it was the era, and it was so much of an honor being there and being with the best by far there ever was in the wrestling business.
I'm just going to use that, me no English, as the day goes on here. Fantastic. I think we've got time for one more question. Anyone got a question for the Powers of Pain? Are you toasting us, sir, or you have a question? Well, we'll grab this one, then we'll come to you, my friend. Okay.
What was your favourite match you had?
What was your favourite match you had?
Singles, it was definitely with the Davey Boy WrestleMania 7 in LA, and tag team was probably as far as a big huge match, Demolition WrestleMania 5 Trump Plaza.
It was a handicap match, wasn't it? That was you and Fuji.
We weren't. Those guys were handicapped. We weren't handicapped.
Fair point.
We had Fuji.
Fair point. Master Fuji. Sorry, me no English. Thank you. And yours, sir?
It's going to be the WrestleMania, Tito Santana. It's a single. I mean, beside Brad, you know. And Attack. My goodness. Oh, it's tough. Madison Square Garden. Yeah. No, the Rockers.
Rockers at Madison Square Garden. That must have been incredible.
You know, guys,
one of the best.
It was an honor because we got to wrestle so many incredible tag teams back then. I mean, the Rockers, the Hart Foundation, the British Bulldogs, Demolition, the Bushwhackers. I mean, they were the most incredible tag teams of all time. So, guys, it's hard to pick the matches because there's so many great matches back then and so much fun to be there and do that.
Splendid stuff. And we have our last question for this gentleman here. Logistics. There we go. Come on. You get your steps in doing this job. Oh, yeah.
Before you got to WWF, what were the best promoters and territories you worked in before you kind of got the big break?
Ooh, that's a good one.
For me, I actually started NWA. Dusty Rhodes gave me my first shot in the NWA, which I hadn't even been in a ring at the time yet. So they had me at my very first match. They had me in a back room, go through three moves, and that was it. 1, 2, 3, done. And Dusty would come out and shake my hand with Baby Doll and that stuff, and to get me over really quick, But I started NWA. I went to Kansas City. I did a little time in Kansas City. Someone in New Japan saw me, brought me to New Japan for 6 weeks. Now, I'd never been out of the country of the United States. Going to Japan for 6 weeks is a culture shock, guys. It's a whole different world. But it was enjoyable. I learned so much over there that I came back, and I went back to NWA, and then Barb and me got hooked up in NWA as Powers of Pain. And then we got the call one night on a Friday. We were in WWF Monday, that quick. And we went over to WWF.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, NWA. And tell him the first time, we went up there.
Yeah. Tell them you started in Puerto Rico, Bob. They want to know where you started, how you started wrestling. Tell them Puerto Rico and all that. Memphis.
Oh yeah, Memphis.
Tell them that.
Yeah, okay. You know, Jerry the King Lawler gave me my first break in the business. You know, I was a jobber. You understand jobber? I was a jobber for about almost 2 years. And finally, Jerry the King Lawler found me. You're a big kid. Come here, I have something for you, okay? So we went there, and he gave me that character as a King Konga. King Konga. That was my first break. But listen to this here, friends. I work Lola on top. I need to share you this story. Work on top. And I traveled with my wife on the road that time because, I was almost 3 years in business, And long story short, worked top, Lola on top for about 3 months. And my first check, I never made that kind of money. First check, almost 3,000 a week. I want to share it with you. This is funny. I never see that kind of money in my life. And my wife was right there, wrote a check. My wife said, honey, are you sure that check is in your name? I said, yeah, I believe so. My name's on a check. So I called the office. My wife told me, you better call the office. Make sure. I think the office gave it to someone else, because we never see that kind of someone else. But, I think it's a mistake. So I called. Called the secretary, answer, can I speak with the king? Who's this? Yeah, Konga. Okay, hold on. Here come Jerry the King Lawler. Yes, sir. The check that he received is almost 3,000. He said, your name is on the check? Yes, sir. Go to the bank right now before I change my mind. So I before we rush the bank, we hold our knee. Thanks God. Thanks for everything. The blessing, because you never make that kind of money. So we straight to the bank and cash it before. But it was funny. But I just want to share it with you. That's the most blessing that I had. Thank you.
Thank you. I just, for me, as someone who's very, very privileged to now work adjacent to the business and to meet people that I grew up being in awe of, and I am still in awe of, quite frankly, as many of us are. On behalf of everyone here, for the love of it, thank you for sharing these stories. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the matches. Thank you for the moments. Please show your respect for the Warlord, the Barbarian, the Powers of Pain!
We just want to thank all you people here today, coming out, supporting all of us. We love you all, and we thank you for being being all the people that looked at us all these years, because without you, we're just two big guys. With you, we become the Powers of Pain, the Warlord Barbarian. Thank you, guys.